All right, in this video, we're going to try to take the golf swing and we're going to boil it down into its most simple form or simple pieces. So whether you are a beginner, maybe you're a hacker, or maybe you're a better golfer who just wants to get rid of some of that paralysis by analysis and start thinking of the golf swing a little bit more simply because that's just a lot more fun to you, then you've all arrived at the right video, because right after this, we're really going to get rid of everything that we don't need, boil it down as simple as possible. So stay tuned. Hey, thanks for joining me again. This is Steve from HitItLonger.com, and as you know, I'm on a journey to hit it longer and straighter off the tee, but longer, straighter, truer, more solid all the way through to the green, because that's just what makes golf more fun. So if you agree, hit the subscribe button, join us. If you get some benefit out of this video, then by all means hit the like button and leave a comment down below. All right, so a wise golfer that I once used to play with used to describe the swing, you maybe have heard this before, maybe not, but he used to describe the swing simply as 2 turns and a swoosh. It's like, boy, if it was, that does sound really simple. That sounds like I could do that. I think most everyone can do that, whether you're just picking up the club for the first time, or maybe you just want to get rid of some of that, all that excess baggage, swing thoughts you've been carrying around, maybe from watching too many different YouTube coaches and trying everything that you see. So let's get right into as simple as you can boil down a golf swing. All right, so first let's talk about the 2 turns. You've got 2 turns and a swoosh. Let's talk about the 2 turns. For this, I like to use what I call the helicopter drill. So putting the arms out, shoulder high out to the sides like this, you can see if I just turn in both directions, very easy, I can make the helicopter rotor kind of start to wind and unwind. This would be 2 turns, but of course, this would be too tall because we're not going to use a 5-foot high golf tee and hit the ball baseball style. So we're going to need to introduce some downwards to this. We're going to add a little bit of forward lean. I'll turn sideways. Now watch this. I'm just going to add about 30 degrees of bend at the hip. Okay, this way. Don't fall into this trap of trying to get down to the ground from only the knees. Like, watch my helicopter drill. Here I might have sunk low enough to get down to the ground, but look, my helicopter still does not intersect with the ground at this point. The shoulders are simply working too horizontally. But if you can, bow at the hip to about 30 degrees and put the arms out to helicopter like this. Well, now you could almost start to see at home, even if you don't really know that much about the swing, you can really start to see this plane being constructed, or kind of this swing circle that I'm constructing with the tips of my fingers. Again, it's just turn and turn, just like that. So that's something you can practice every day at home. Even if you don't have a club, you can practice it in the elevator, at the office, in the grocery aisle, anywhere where you just can have a couple minutes. You can do this 15, 20, 30 times in a row and really start to get the feel for the right tilt of the body and turn. All right, now as we're executing the turn, we're going to allow the weight of our body to shift from foot to foot. Now that's pretty easy. We can do that. Just kind of step over to from foot to foot while keeping my head pretty much in the center. I don't want to do any of this to get my weight shifting. So if we were to add this right foot, left foot, right foot, left foot, we're going to add that in here. So there's our forward tilt. And now we're going to wind up the helicopter as we move from foot to foot. So right foot, left foot, right foot, and left foot. And you can do that again. You should do that every day. When you go to the range, if it's just once a week and you don't get a chance to play golf all that much, well, even taking this idea right to the course is going to make you at least decent and respectable. And I know that's just all some of you out there want to do. All right, at the outset, I mentioned a simple golf swing was 2 turns and a swoosh. So the swoosh is going to describe the sound that the club head makes if it is whipped at a high speed, so you can even hear this. I'm doing it with only one arm, but you can hear a pretty nice little swoosh out of that. I've got this special tool called a speed whoosh exactly for this purpose. So someone at home who's just learning how to play, or you're not a very good golfer but you'd like to get better, this is a fantastic tool to learn a lot of different concepts later on after you kind of master this simple golf swing. What you want to learn here when it comes to 2 turns and a tilt and a swoosh is that the swoosh almost happens last. So it's like turn, turn, then swoosh, which would really end up putting the swoosh way out in front of the ball. And that's kind of where we want to have our top speed without the collision of the ball, is we really want to hear that speed out in front of the ball. 2, 3, maybe even 4 feet in a practice swing. So again, we're building this into our helicopter drill. Bend, right foot, helicopter, left foot, helicopter. And once we're in this position, we've finished this second turn, well then we're really going to be talking about swatting out here to my left and your right. All right, let's put this all together now. We're going to do 2 turns and a swoosh. It's going to be turn, turn, swoosh. Like that. Here we go. And turn, turn, swoosh. Turn, turn, swoosh. So I'm trying to sneak in that second turn before I hear the sound of the swoosh. And then you'll really have the club moving into the ball at its highest speed right before impact. All right, let's see now if I can just use these simple ideas, boil the golf swing down to just these simple ideas of turn, turn, and swoosh. Let me hit a couple for you, and we'll take a look in slow-mo in a minute. All right, so there in the slow-mo, you could see that I was true to the turn, turn, swoosh. I was turning back, turning through, and you saw the arms extending about here, which is where the loudest swoosh would have been. So I was turning through it and then saving the swoosh for this point out here. So 2 turns and a swoosh off this helicopter axis. And I think you're going to be good to go with very, very few thoughts in your head. I think if you're a beginner or you're just getting going and trying to get better at golf, it's also going to keep it simple and yet powerful and somewhat precise. I think you're going to get a lot better just thinking about these few things. All right, this is feeling really good. It's feeling simple, so I'm going to go back and hit a few more drives. But I'll sign off saying, hey, thanks a lot for watching my channel and helping it grow so much. I'm Steve. Thanks to Golf Development Complex in Moorpark, California for hosting us today on another absolutely glorious day. Come out and join us sometime, hit a bucket of balls. And as always, hey, I'll either see you in the next video or I will see you longer and straighter down the fairway. Take good care, everybody.